Coffee? Check. Trivia? Check. Shenanigans? Like you wouldn't believe. The 24-hour game show marathon sees game show fanatics recreate 24 of their favorite game shows to raise $10,000 for Child's Play.
Child's Play delivers therapeutic games and technology directly to pediatric hospitals to improve patients' lives through the power of play.
Tune in live on Saturday, June 6th, starting at noon, and donate now at gameshowmarathon.com.
You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
You realize what you've done?
With Rich Liebig.
A real gangster plays his cards, right?
And Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
How you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It is time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We've got sports, we've got entertainment, we've got odd news, all simply put in this meal of your mind that is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have I think we have three distinct news headlines to get to, so it's it may not sound like a lot, but we've got a lot of the news headline to talk about, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
Between two big NFL trades, huge news coming out of video games, the state of play, and of course some odd news as well, all for you in this episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. But before we get to all of those topics, Mikey, my friend, how are you doing? How is Costanzo country this fine week?
It's doing pretty good. I had a chance to check out the first episode of Spider-Noir this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't finish the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't get a lot of time to dig into all of it between puppy training classes and yard work. I had to mow my own lawn finally for the first time this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I know. It was a disaster. It took me all of 45 minutes.
I thought you were going to do something specific with your... Didn't you have an HOA or something? Or?
Yeah. They were supposed to mow it, but they did not. So
Those bastards.
So I had to mow it.
Okay.
Which is okay. It all got sorted. But no, I got a chance to check
Actually, I'm surprised you didn't get one of those robot mowers or something.
Don't give me any ideas.
Yeah, I thought you would splurge on that.
I did. Hold on, though. I got to talk about this. I did buy, just today, a new lawnmower.
Right.
Battery powered, because I'm not fiddling with gasoline.
Yeah. And you don't have much yard.
No.
Yeah.
No. I just need a little battery powered push thing. But the previous owner, they left their lawnmower. Rich, it is corded. I cannot think.
No, that's not
of a worse invention.
No.
Than to affix with a cord something that has spinning blades. The only reason it took me so long to mow my 10-foot yard, whatever it is I'm doing this with the cord.
He's trying to be Indiana Jones.
I'm whipping it back and forth, whoosh, 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 trying to not run over the cord and kill myself or the lawnmower.
Yeah, please don't kill yourself. We need you on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
I just they're not that expensive. It's a big purchase, a couple $100 for a battery powered lawnmower, depending on what you're getting. But wired.
Well, that's why they left it for you. Hope you enjoy that, you bastard.
New weed whacker, new lawnmower, battery charger. So that was today. That was expensive. But Spider-Noir, Spider-Noir is the house, the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah, welcome to being a homeowner.
Yeah. Anyway, Spider-Noir was good. What I really like about it, I think you'll dig this. I was being kind of annoying watching the first episode with Jordan on Amazon Prime. It says on supported TVs. I don't know what TV wouldn't support it. You have the option of switching back and forth between black and white and the color version of the TV show.
Right, because it's noir.
It's noir. So they have both versions. And I was going back and forth. I was like, oh, this is a cool scene. I'm like, I want to see what this one looks like in color. I'm like, okay. And then I'm watching for a bit in color. I'm like, wait a second, that was really cool lighting. Let me see what that looks like in black and white. I kept on going back and forth. And it's interesting because each version really like brings unique aspects to the viewing experience from like an artistic standpoint. Like the black and the white, the contrast, the shadows, the way that the smoke is, it's just like you're watching, you're like, yes, this feels right. Then you put it into color, and it has, why can't I remember the name of the color? That like really vibrant, what's it called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Color.
No,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
don't know.
name. There's a name for it from like what was it from the 60s and 70s? I can't remember.
Well, like Panacolor or Panavision or
I can't remember, but it's like really vivid, like oranges and blues and like color that like pops. Like the blood is like really vibrant and the costumings are really
they
vibrant.
turned up the saturation all the way up.
Yes, and I cannot remember the name of the. Anyway,
Yeah, color.
special. It was like special extra vibrant color. So like it was really cool going back and forth between those two versions, and like I feel like there was something unique and special about each version. Like if you're the type of person that doesn't like black and white, I think you're going to get a great viewing experience in color. If you want to experience the full film noir vibe, the black and white is spectacular. You can tell like it was created so that both versions are visually stunning and like so cool to watch. Separate from that, Nicolas Cage is not Spider-Man. I don't care what anybody says. You can't look at that pudgy old man face and be like, yeah, Spider-Man. Just for me, there's like a cognitive dissonance there of like he's clearly like geriatric, and you're like, he's swinging from a weapon. No, he just threw out his back, friend. He's gonna go back to the retirement home after jumping off that building.
Yeah.
So
I was worried about that part. I don't know if
like
that
he
would
puts on the
hold up.
mask and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm like muscular Spider-Man. Like, no, you're not. You're like a washed up 2-bit private detective. Like you're not, like, you know. So, but that's part of the story. That's part of the story in the first episode. So I won't get too much into it. It's cool though. It's really cool. Like I'm digging the vibe of it. The film noir is fun. Like the whole like, oh, you can see them spinning a web. Ha ha ha. You know. I think you should check it out. I think it'd be right up your alley. It's got the film noir beats. It's got Spider-Man, which I think is a plus. And the cool like visual spectacle of it all, switching back and forth between color and black and white. It's a cool little thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds cool, but I got to tell you that the whole black and white to color thing, Orson Welles would be rolling over in his grave right now.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Because I remember when Ted Turner wanted to colorize Citizen Kane and put it on one of his channels, Orson Welles was like, no. Like, no. The whole point of the movie is how I shot the movie.
Yeah.
You're affecting how I want you to how I want you to see the movie. Don't you do that.
Yeah.
Get your damn crayons away from my movie. That's what he said.
And I mean, there's definitely an argument to be made there for watching certain things in black and white. And I think like Spider-Noir is one of those things. Like I think it's like I ended up watching probably like 70% of it in black and white because I felt better fit the vibe of it. But I was always surprised when I switched it back to color. I'm like, they put a lot of thought into both versions. Like, if you switch to the color version, like, there's a lot of like visual eye candy to make it worthwhile to check out both versions. It's a cool little experiment they're doing there.
All right,
with
well,
the
there
two
you go.
versions. I would recommend checking it out.
Check out the experiment. That's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime, yeah.
There you go. Spider-Noir. Mikey is happy with it.
Very happy. What have you been up to?
This is it now. We are in the final run-up into this year's 24-hour game show marathon. It is officially this weekend. Me and other game show fanatics are going to crowd into the LaSalle TV studio, and we are going to put on 24 game shows in 24 hours, all at GameShowMarathon.com, all to raise money for charity. The charity in question, Child's Play, that gives toys and games to kids that are in hospitals all across the country. So it's definitely a worthwhile effort. But for me and Corey, Bob, and Christian, we get to live out our dreams that we always wanted to be game show hosts. So 24 game shows, 6 for each person. We all get to have our moment in the sun to be game show hosts. I can't wait. The last 3 weeks, all my free time has been devoted to either writing questions or figuring out some gameplay components. So it's been like a mad dash. I feel like this year's event came like quick. I don't know if it was the way the holidays broke down between like Easter and Memorial Day or something.
I feel like
that.
everything was kind of scrunched together. I don't know if it was just me, but
I feel like the last month or two just went by super fast.
Yeah.
Like back in April, I was like, oh, I have enough time, and then like we hit Easter, and I'm like, ooh, I probably need to just get the ball rolling on this.
You blink, and it's like May 30th. You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I need to start writing some questions and getting some things in order for this year's marathon. But I assure you, we are all in the throes of our final tests and getting everything ready and doing last-minute press for Game Show Marathon. So, yeah, this is it. We're in the home stretch. We're ready to go. I'm excited to host Wheel of Fortune.
Classic.
Yep, classic. Pyramid.
Another classic.
Another classic. Then Duel.
Now explain that one because I wasn't aware of it. I'm sure a lot of others aren't aware of it.
Duel is a head-to-head matchup where I give you a standard question and 4 possible answers. Each of the 2 players has coins or cards. We're going to call them cards in our case because we have cards. And what you can do is you can use them to cover the answers that you think could be the correct answer. You only get a certain amount of them.
Right.
Once you use them, if they're for the wrong answer, they go away. So if the first question comes out and you don't know the question, if you don't know the answer completely, you can lay 4 cards down and just get through the question, but then you lose 3 cards because only one of them's going to be the correct answer.
Right, you're burning through your supply super fast then.
Right. So the game ends when somebody gets a question wrong. Okay. And it's anytime you get a question wrong, you're out.
That's it. Yeah, because you can hypothetically cover more than one, so you can stay in that way.
Yeah, so you could be eliminated on the first question if you get it wrong. If you think you know the answer, it's completely wrong.
I could see that happening. I could see, because I know you probably have some pretty obscure stuff for you and
I got some interesting questions.
So I can see somebody feeling very confident. Maybe you have a gotcha type question. They throw down a card, and there you go. Boom. One and done right there.
But then the one other gimmick to it is that if you have a question that you know the answer to, you're absolutely 100% confident on, you are allowed to put the card down and then have a special button on the side called the accelerator, which forces the other contestant, they have to answer their question in 7 seconds or less.
Oh, a little bit of time component there.
Yeah, so you can seemingly have somebody off of their game. Yeah. So it's a great game, Duel.
I wonder if a good strategy is just like throw down like 2 random cards and hit the button real fast.
I mean, it could be, but then 2 of the answers could be wrong as well.
That's true.
You have a 50-50 shot. If you're talking about you don't know the answer completely.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe do it to something if you have a vague
or maybe
a closer hunch.
Yeah.
If you will. So I'm doing that. Then I'm doing Argumental. I'm hosting that one.
That one sounds interesting. It sounds like something that involves arguments.
Yes, it's the name of the game is just make your debate. I give you a ridiculous prompt, and it's just you go for it. Period. It's the name of the game is just keep talking, make your argument. That's the whole gist of the show. I just give you ridiculous prompts.
I feel like that's like almost on the verge of improv.
Yeah, it's very much an improv.
Very much improv. Yeah. So that sounds super funny.
Yeah.
And like, there's no way to prepare for it either.
Nope.
You don't know what anybody's going to say. I feel like it's tough as a host because you're ceding all control to the contestants. Like with the other things, you have specific questions, specific answers. But this is like, you have no idea.
Go for it. Yep. Have fun.
All right. So I'm definitely tuning into that one then.
Yep. And then I'm hosting Strike It Rich, ironically.
Of course.
It's an obscure game that blends trivia with a little bit of a Card Sharks-y component. So basically, you're trying to make your way across this board of cards without running into the bandit. The bandit can come up at any time in your cards, and if they do, it erases all the prizes that you've not banked.
That damn bandit.
Yep. And basically, you maintain control of the board by answering trivia questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not too complicated. It's like one of those games. Once you see it, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So, but it is a lot of fun to play, and it is Strike It Rich. So it makes sense that I'm hosting
Gotta host that one. Yep.
And then my last game I'm hosting is Call My Bluff, which is an obscure BBC game where we take an old word in the dictionary or an ancient word or obscure word, and I give one team 3 definitions. One of them is correct, 2 of them are wrong, and each person in that team have to take their definition and make it seem like their definition is the correct one, and then the other team has to try and figure out which definition is the correct one.
Oh, it almost reminds me of if anybody's played the board game Balderdash.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Yeah, or 2 Truths and a Lie.
Yeah.
So, but reversed.
Yeah, those are the 6 game shows I'm hosting, and then we conclude it with Deal or No Deal. They always
another classic.
Yeah, which we always I don't know why Deal or No Deal at that for that being the last game show that we do, it's always like nervous because it's the last show. There's usually something riding on it because usually in the chat somebody will be like, I will actually match the donation to it.
Oh,
and it's like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. If I actually mess this up, I lose money for Child's Play. That's not good.
Well, if that person in the comments was a kind person, they would donate anyway. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about donating.
At the end of the day, it is all about donating for the wonderful charity called Child's Play.
And what's the goal this year?
So the stated goal is 10K, but last year we finished at 12,500. I would like to see us break that.
Oh yeah.
I want to keep breaking the record every year.
Oh yeah. And so far, I don't want to speak out of turn, but so far you guys have pretty much been able to do that for the past several years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to break that ceiling again. I want to get past 12.5.
Nice.
So we stated the goal is 10K, but come on, let's make it the best one.
You know what it is. You don't want to. It's you always give like a cushion, right? Like, oh yeah, we can get that to you by the end of the week, but you really get it to them by like Wednesday.
Yeah,
kind
surprise.
of situation. Yeah, surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, internally, we want to try and get past 12.5.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So make sure you go to GameShowMarathon.com and donate. Do it right now. Don't forget about it. We have actually still a couple of sponsorships open if you're interested in that. So make sure you go to GameShowMarathon.com and research what you can do with that and make your donation today. And then watch us this Saturday starting at noon. It really is. It's noon to noon, 24 game shows, 24 hours.
And there's really not a bad time to tune in, whether it's a classic game show, whether it's something obscure like what you're hosting, or like if you're randomly up late, some of those early morning or late night, however you want to frame it, like the sleep deprivation kicks in.
Yeah, those are the fun ones to watch when the sleep deprivation is in.
So there's never a bad time to tune in and donate.
Yeah. So make sure you check it out. GameShowMarathon.com. It is this weekend, and I will be there. I will be hosting 6 of the shows, and who knows what else I'll be partaking in as well. All right, so there you go. That's my spiel. Got to get that in, and to let you know what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing this week. All right. With that being said, though, we do have news to get to. Let's jump into the first batch of topics. It revolves around sports. It is time for the Sports Sampler.
It's time for the Sports Sampler.
See, you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life. Sports.
In your face.
All right, folks. I'm not going to beat around the bush. The big news all happened Monday, June 1st. One trade expected here in Philadelphia. The other one, I don't know. I mean, it was maybe if you read the breadcrumbs a little bit, maybe you could, the tea leaves, if you will.
Well, I don't know.
The Italian version of the future is breadcrumbs. I don't know why I said breadcrumbs.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But this one caught me off guard.
If the Italian drops the breadcrumbs, that's what I'm referring to. Read the path. Anyway, so yeah, 2 big trades affecting the NFL on June 1st. Which one do you want to start off with?
Let's do the big headline.
Which is?
Because, well, we already
both big
we already know
headlines.
about the Eagles one, so let's go with the unexpected one.
Okay, you want to talk about the unexpected
Let's
one
talk about the
first.
unexpected
Okay.
one first, because I think that's the one on the top of everyone's mind, because it kind of overshadowed the Eagles one. The LA Rams and Cleveland Browns popped up on Monday announcing a trade involving all-pro defensive end Myles Garrett.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That is actual audio from the other 3 NFC West team headquarters.
I think anybody in the NFC.
Actually, anybody in the NFC already. I mean, the Rams were already favored to win the Super Bowl. They, they're just loaded on both sides of the ball, and then they go out and they continue their philosophy of F them picks, and they go and they get the best defensive player in the league in Myles Garrett. So here's the terms of the deal. LA Rams get defensive end Myles Garrett, all-pro, future Hall of Famer, could hypothetically break Reggie White's sack record if he plays long enough. Crazy to think about. The Cleveland Browns get a pretty good haul themselves as well. They get young star edge player Jared Verse. He's going to be a perennial Pro Bowler himself, potential All-Pro. But they also get a 2027 first-round pick, 2028 second-round pick, and 2029 third-round pick. So Jared Verse, young all-star, and then picks well into the future. Rich, what do you make of this trade? Winners, losers, just overall impact the league?
Yeah, so
because this is a pick that does kind of have that type of ripple effect.
Yeah, the ultimate winners here are the Rams. The Rams have done it. They are now the favorite. Period.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like this, but I mean, assuming Stafford makes it through the whole season, I don't know who stops them.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be an incredibly difficult team to beat.
Sorry to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
There is. I hate this. I really don't see them even getting close to repeating. They're going to be in a tough division facing the Rams twice. Their schedule's harder. They don't have Kenneth Walker III. They lost him in free agency. Their Super Bowl MVP.
And also, there's a lot more tape on Sam Darnold, and teams are taking him seriously. He's not to say that he skated by last year, but I think a lot of teams were like, whoa, hey, this guy? Now.
The evidence has been falsified!
Yeah, that's what they thought. But now he's got a ring, so now people are going to be well aware of his capabilities.
Bullseye. Have him on Jalen Hurts. It always happens.
Yeah, so I hate to say it to Seattle fans, but I think the Seattle Seahawks might have the toughest initial road to try and repeat after a Super Bowl championship that I've seen.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Also, they just played a really long season. I mean, it takes a toll on the players. So, yeah, Seattle Seahawks are one of the losers of the trade, even though they weren't directly involved in it. The Rams, absolutely, I think, on paper, you're like, wow, that's a lot of draft capital. That's a young star player. But the Rams really don't care about draft picks.
They don't care.
Or even the players that they drafted with those draft picks. You made a funny point that the Rams have only had 2 first-round draft picks in the past 10 years, Jared Goff and Jared Verse. They traded both of them.
And now they've officially traded both of them away.
So it's like even the guys they do draft with their 2 first-round picks. Bye. Send them.
Yeah.
I will say, though, just to temper expectations and to give a little bit of perspective here, in the short term, 2026 and 2027, the Rams are the winner of this deal if they win a Super Bowl. If they don't win a Super Bowl, trading a player like Jared Verse, 25 years old, 2-time Pro Bowler, defensive rookie of the year, on his rookie contract plus future draft capital, that's like building block material. You're trading that to get a 31-year-old defensive end, which he's in his prime. He's stellar. He's going to play out the rest of his career in L.A. and be a monster and just wreak havoc. But you have the big question mark of Matt Stafford. He's only good until 2027. And then it's a big old question mark, and they have no draft picks.
But that's when you begin the rebuild.
But wouldn't you like to rebuild around someone young like Jared Verse on a rookie deal?
But their logic is they're already going to have Ty Simpson, so they already got the quarterback lined up. At that point, it's just
that's a big if.
I mean, they believe he's the guy. They went out of their way to get him.
They did.
And we crucified them mercilessly.
They did. And they are a team that laughs at first-round picks like it's a penny on the street.
Yeah.
So the fact that they spent one for the third time in a decade, and they spent it high and on a quarterback. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're right. To that point, I guess they truly believe they have the next guy. But I still think that's a big if. If they don't come out of this with a Super Bowl, people are going to look back and be like, I don't know. But for the time being, they are the winners.
Yeah.
Until proven otherwise, they are the winners.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I think the way you phrased it, I think makes it better for the Rams, because they're not in a they're not. You said they're the stuff that they traded away were building blocks. That's not what the Rams need.
They're in win now mode.
They're in win now mode.
Yeah.
So go ahead, take the building blocks. We want to have the guy right now that's going to get
They got to make their shot count.
3-4 sacks a game, and that's going to be Myles Garrett.
They got to make their shot count.
And
I'm just saying listen. I'm not saying it's a bad deal. I'm just saying it's a high risk deal.
And how about this? What happens if Myles Garrett actually gets Aaron Donald back? Dear God.
Well, that's something. That's something
Dear
else.
God.
Aaron Donald,
That's
of course,
embarrassing.
future Hall of Fame defensive tackle, recently was posting on, I think it was Instagram or something.
Not finished.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's not even fair. That's not even fair.
That's a Brandon Graham role carved out for him. He just has to come out like every third down.
Yeah, you come out, you play 20-30% of the snaps, whatever. Just come in, get your sack, go back to the sideline.
Yeah,
that's all.
And that would be enough.
Even just for a leadership, mentorship position, like you can't undervalue those types of guys in the locker room. But
this trade, I think, catapults the Rams. It's just they would need something catastrophic to happen to this team.
Matt Stafford's had injury problems, and he's getting up there. It's not. I'm just listen. I'm just saying, it is a high risk, high reward scenario. Obviously, the reward is
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Like this puts them in pole position. Like they are far and away in the lead.
Yeah. So I looked at odds before we started the show.
You got to lay money, don't you?
Well, not lay money, but they have the slimmest odds at 6-1. So you're not really making any money if you're betting on them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Usually, when you are talking about like a Super Bowl prediction, it's usually 10-1, 15-1, 20-1. They're all the way down at 6-1. You're not really making any money off of that.
Yeah, I mean, people are pretty convinced, myself included. I think it is their conference to lose. Like, if they're not in anything short of the NFC Championship game is a failure for the Rams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, if they don't make NFC Championship game, I think this time next year we're going to be looking back on this trade going, ooh, I don't know. So, like, that's the stakes here. I think they can do it. I think they're fully capable of doing it.
They were right there.
Yeah.
It was if just maybe a couple bounces go their way in the NFC Championship game, they would have been
they do have to
NFC champion.
They do have to contend with the Eagles. Their entire run, when they've been good the past couple of years, we've always had their card.
You think it's going to happen again this year?
That'd be the funniest thing.
That would be the funniest thing, but I don't think so. This Rams roster is pretty stacked.
It's pretty stacked, but we always find a way to beat them.
And I hate to say it, this year particularly is stacked.
Yeah.
They might lose Puka Nacua in the offseason next year. We had a report after this trade that the Rams are going to be a little bit cash strapped in next offseason.
That's what happens when you keep trading away your picks.
Yeah. So guys like Puka Nacua that are coming up on coming out at the end of their rookie deals, they're going to hit free agency probably.
Oh yeah.
But this year in 2026, they're on the roster and they're going to be very effective, I feel like.
But every team knows now this is the Rams' year. Like, if it's not now, then it's not going to happen because they're not prepared for the future.
Right.
Like, Matt Stafford's about to leave. Nakua's not going to be there. Myles Garrett.
Devontae Adams is going to be hitting the end of his phase.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett is good, but he's 31. Going on, he's going to be 32 in 2027. So, playing a really aggressive position like on the defensive line. So, like, they're not prepared for the future at all. They got the quarterback, but that's it.
So
maybe.
We're going to get into the Eagles, obviously, and A.J. Brown. And you have a guy like Howie Roseman who values first-round picks.
Yeah.
This is just a weird, interesting compare and contrast because between Les Snead of the Rams, he doesn't care about first-round draft picks. He's willing to trade them. And then the Eagles, we have Howie Roseman. He wants to accumulate first-round draft picks. Does it say something if both the Eagles and the Rams end up with like, I think it would be 2 Super Bowls in 10 years if the Rams win a Super Bowl in 2026, right?
Did they win in 2016? I don't remember.
What?
When did the Rams win?
The Rams won the one with Stafford
Which
in 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay.
They made it to the Super Bowl, and they lost to the Patriots in 2018.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah,
That's what you're thinking
Then
of.
they came back and they won. Yeah. So, I mean, Howie Roseman, his strategy has already paid off. We've been to 3 Super Bowls and won 2 in, 7 years?
So let's assume the Rams do it.
Right, they do.
They would have the same stats the Eagles
They would have the same, 3 Super Bowls, 2 wins in under a decade. Yeah.
Would that convince you a little bit that maybe the Rams are onto something, that draft picks aren't as hyped up as they should be?
No, because we did the same thing with the draft picks. And we're never in a situation where we have to suck for a couple of years and then get back into it. You know what I mean? Like, the Eagles are consistently good. We have like 1 rebuild year, and then we're right back into it.
I mean, during the Stafford era, that's what they've done too.
They had a couple down years.
I mean,
A couple
before
averages.
Stafford, some of the golf years were bad.
Even with Stafford, some of the years weren't.
They were in it, unless Stafford got hurt.
There were a few years where they were, kind of on the edge there.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know.
We're splitting hairs.
Yeah, I think you're splitting hairs on that. But anyway,
We're splitting hairs. But
I just think it's interesting. I feel like the Eagles and the Rams are going to end up with similar amounts of success, but 2 wildly different philosophies.
I personally like Howie's approach because he's always forward thinking. Like, the Rams' approach works, but it's like going to the casino and betting it all and then randomly winning. But you could very easily lose it as well. That's the approach. Howie Roseman is a savvy bettor. Les Snead is just throwing money at a dartboard.
How about I got the metaphor for you since you brought in casinos. Les Snead is the guy at the poker table that's just like, fuck it, all in.
All in.
F it. All right, I cursed. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, all in. That's it. He just gets the mountain of chips and just goes all in. And then Howie Roseman is like...
He's the one counting the cards.
No. He's either counting the cards or he's at the sports book figuring out what angles are going to... and figure out what odds pay out the best and stuff.
The difference is, maybe this is Homer bias, but the difference is that Howie Roseman is always hedging his bets. He always has a backup plan for the backup plan. He's always getting the better side of all of these trades, one of which we'll get to in just a moment. Whereas Les Snead, I mean, at any given moment, Stafford comes out week 1, busts his knee. Season's done.
Well, Ty Simpson.
No, season's done.
Good luck. Here comes Ty Simpson.
Season's over. It's like there's no contingency plan built in. They're always they're always chasing the next big player because they have no players of their own.
I just realized something. What happens if it's like a reverse Carson Wentz, Nick Foles situation? Like Stafford goes down, Simpson leads them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or I guess no, it would be more like Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe. I guess that's what would be more closer to. Yeah, who do you go with in 2027? I guess
you got to go Ty Simpson.
You go Ty Simpson.
It's not even a question.
If he makes you, it gets you.
If the 40-year-old quarterback gets injured and the person you just drafted 13th overall comes in and wins,
I was thinking more like the Carson Wentz, Nick Foles situation, but
Yeah.
it's really more closer to the Bledsoe Brady situation.
I view this as the Rams have jammed a crowbar into the window and are trying to force it open because the window was about to close. But we'll see if they can brute force it open. That's the risk reward here. They continuously sell the farm. You can't continuously sell the farm then expect the crops to grow. It doesn't make any sense. You liked that one, didn't you?
That was pretty good.
Because Howie Roseman, he's Nick Sirianni had the flowers metaphor. Nick Sirianni has taken him into 2 Super Bowls already. So
all right, so let's officially get into the Eagles one. Boy, this even seems like an afterthought now. Like
it is. It is because the trade was already known. Surprise, surprise! The Eagles traded A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots.
Oh, good for you!
It was the worst kept secret in the history of sports. Thanks to Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini.
Yeah.
Which I still think we should get comp picks for that somehow, some way.
I still hate the fact that like ESPN didn't cover that. It bothers me.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get to the actual facts here. The New England Patriots get wide receiver A.J. Brown. The Philadelphia Eagles get a 2028 first-round pick and a 2027 5th-round pick. How he really wanted that 27 first-round pick. He won't say that he does, but I know that he did. It seems like that's what was hanging up. But ultimately, the 2028 first-round pick is still a first-round pick. Rich, how do you feel about the deal? How do you feel about the compensation? How do you feel about how it all went down?
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Honestly, I like it. I think this is the best Howie was going to do. I mean, A.J. Brown, even though he's still in his prime right now, he only has, a couple more seasons left. He's got some knee issues as well. That's not good. And to initially get A.J. Brown, we traded, what was it, first and a third and a fifth?
No, it was just a first and a third.
First and a third? I mean...
And we got back a first and a fifth.
Yeah.
So
basically,
that's what I was going to bring up. Yeah.
The difference between a third and a fifth was the rental that we used for A.J. Brown that got us to 2 Super Bowls and won one. I think it's a fair trade.
No, I mean, that I saw that same exact point made online. If you look at it like a balance sheet, that's all it is. It's a third versus a fifth. And we got a Super Bowl out of it. For me, I'm not going to try and do the whole copium thing like, oh, A.J. Brown really sucks. No, A.J. Brown was a top 5 to 10 wide receiver. There's going to be some adjustment.
Oh, wait, what? You don't want to say he sucks?
No, I'm not going to say he sucks.
Okay.
No,
I didn't like I will say he sucked last year.
Yes.
He definitely quit on the Eagles. You could see it in the way he ran the routes, his effort that he gave onto the field. His head was not in the game.
Yeah.
So no, I'll say it. He sucked. He sucked last season.
Here's the thing. Talent-wise, he's a top 5 to 10 wide receiver.
If he wants to play.
Hold on. Talent-wise, we structure our offense around him, so there is going to be some adjustment. There is going to be some growing pains not having A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts' record with A.J. Brown and without A.J. Brown is way different. Now, that being said, so that's the part where I'm not going to do the whole copium thing and say, like, oh, he was no good. He was really good when he wanted to play. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Because he did
that's
take
a huge if.
Well, he did take a lot of routes off, but when he was good, he was one of the best in the league.
Yes. The first 3 seasons of his tenure here in Philadelphia was amazing.
He was unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Unstoppable. Last season, he was clearly trying to force his way out through bad behavior and lackluster play. He was also dealing with a hamstring injury as well, which could have contributed to it a little bit. But here's the flip side of my comment where I'm going to bring it all home. I'm not going to sound overjoyed at losing a top 10 wide receiver, but when we talk about like overall team cohesion and unity, he was clearly causing some level of issue, right? On the field, off the field. The Eagles and myself, I think that we're aligned with like if a player isn't going to work within your team chemistry, it doesn't serve you to keep him around. They did the same thing with Hassan Reddick, right? Yeah. Hassan Reddick, people are comparing this move to the Hassan Reddick move. I think rightfully so. Hassan Reddick was coming off of a great season. He was unstoppable. He's like, I want a new contract. Howie's like, you're not going to get one. Hassan Reddick is causing an issue. Ship him off to New York.
Yeah.
You can't jeopardize the locker room and the cohesion of the team. When the team is working together towards a singular goal, they make and win Super Bowls. When they're not, you have 2022 and you have 2025. Or 2023 and 2025.
Right. It also bugged me, too. I'll never forget that weird quote A.J. Brown had where they were asking him what it was like to win the Super Bowl, and he was like, I'm actually like a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, what? Your team won the Super Bowl. And I think part of it is he wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
That year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, it was all Saquon. Everybody was Saquon.
Barkley, yep.
It was the jump. It was him the
2,000 yards.
2,000 yards. It was the run in the snow in the game against the Rams.
Yep.
Like
which is crazy because he was the only skill position player that didn't score a touchdown. Devontae Smith got one. A.J. Brown got in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown got one. Devontae Smith got one. Saquon Barkley, for all intents and purposes, basically sat on the sideline the whole game.
Yeah.
You know?
But for your team hitting the pinnacle and winning the Super Bowl, and his reaction was just like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I knew something was wrong. Something's not that is not a right reaction to have towards a team victory like that. So it always kind of stuck in the back of my mind.
It's funny because I kind of do see where he's coming from. Like, have you ever had that moment where you achieve the thing that you work so hard to get, and then for some reason it just doesn't land right? Like, all that glitters is not gold, grass isn't always greener kind of situation. So I can understand him to some degree. My problem, though, is taking that attitude and just riding with it for the whole next season.
Yeah.
You know, like, I understand, like, never meet your heroes. Like, maybe you meet the person, you do the thing, you achieve whatever, you get the MacGuffin that you've always been looking for, and surprise, it's just a light bulb in a briefcase. You know, I get that. I do.
Maltese Falcon, if you will.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you are hired to do a job. And if not for yourself, do it for the guys around you. Do it for the people that you say are my brothers, are my family, are my friends, yada, yada, yada. Don't give me this BS about how you love everybody and then you come in and you run routes at half speed. You know, so my problem isn't the reaction to the Super Bowl. My problem is that he let it bleed throughout the entire 2025 season. Like, sure, you can be jaded and cynical and be like, it isn't all it's cracked up to be. I believe a lot of players really don't care about it. They just want a paycheck. It's a job. I fully believe that. I might be wrong, but I feel like for a lot of players, they're chasing paychecks, and that's fine. That's on them. Don't let it affect your play. It's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job.
And
feel how you want to feel. Don't bring it onto the field.
And the smart sports fans are going to see it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean,
you can't get that over in Philly.
How many times during the season did we call out A.J. Brown after a game and be like, he wasn't blocking. He was running half speed. He gave up on routes.
That last game against the 49ers was bad. That was one of the things I pointed out. I'm like, he ain't coming back next year.
I mean, the writing was on the wall. I mean, like, he so badly wanted out. And again, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, yeah, we're better off without a top 10 wide receiver. But if that top 10 wide receiver is not going to give top 10 effort, then, you know, there's going to be adjustments. But I fully believe Devontae Smith can be a superstar wide receiver. Like, I've always been impressed with his route running, his catch radius, his toughness. Like, Devontae Smith can do it. He can be the guy.
So, I'm going to get into this. So, everybody's like, oh, the Eagles are losing a top 10 wide receiver. That you know, of course, that sucks. But that's not the end of the world.
We have so many other skill position players.
We freaking lucked into Lemon.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's 80% of the hype that he's getting, he's going to be a wide receiver too.
And his measurables, I saw a whole analysis on it online. I can't remember any of the specifics, but basically comparing his measurables and statistics and advanced statistics to that of A.J. Brown in college and the pros. And guess who he lines up perfectly with? A.J. Brown. And people say that Devontae Smith is going to take a Jackson Smith-Njigba type leap this year, now that the A.J. Brown / DK Metcalf is gone. Right?
Yeah. Look what happened to the Seahawks last year. Yeah.
Not only that, but again, not trying to do the whole copium thing, but A.J. Brown is a 29-year-old possession, big-bodied receiver. Do you know who doesn't do well once they hit their 30s? Possession, big-bodied receivers. It's always the small, shifty guys, the precise route runners that tend to last the longest because their game is predicated on the knowledge of it rather than the more physicality over the defender.
Right.
You know? So I've always been a Devontae Smith fan. I think he has real potential to be a true number one. There were some games that he took over where A.J. Brown took a back seat, and I know detractors will be like, that's because A.J. Brown was doubled. Sure, maybe. But that's the great thing about this offense. You got to account for Barkley. You got to account for Goddard. You got to account for Lemon. You know?
Yeah.
Dontavian Wicks. Got to account for him too, and Hollywood Brown potentially. So, you know, they're not without weapons. Like, yeah, losing a top 10 receiver sucks, but, you know, I think there's going to be some adjustment, but I think that we'll get there. It's also a completely different offense.
We're moving to a West Coast offense.
We don't know what Sean Mannion's offense is going to bring. So these arguments might all be null and void. Ultimately, I think the trade was a good trade. I think it was I'll put it this way. Not that it was a good trade, it was a needed trade. It needed to happen.
Yes. I will say, if you are worried about something in the Eagles' offense, I think now it comes down to Jalen Hurts.
Oh, don't turn on me now, Rich.
No, I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just saying if the thing.
He's got WIP on speed dial.
No, I don't. No, because those people are like, start Tanner McKee. Get the hell out of here. No. I'm saying, though, if there is something to worry about, people are worrying about, they don't have any weapons. No, they have lots of weapons.
They have weapons.
Yeah, I think people are literally forgetting that we drafted Lemon. Like, he's going to be a quality starting wide receiver.
He'll have his rookie growing pains, sure, but there's no reason. Like, first-round picks routinely start day one in the NFL nowadays.
Right. So, honestly, in terms of having weapons, that's not an issue. We got weapons. And Saquon is going to be Saquon. So we don't have any reason to suspect otherwise going into the season. If there is something to worry about, I think it's going to be Hurts adapting to a new offense and whether or not he can handle it. I think that is if I had to list my concerns going into the season, that's my number one. Can he handle the transition?
I'll also remind everybody, we have like a top 5 defense. Everybody just ignores that fact. And we got Jonathan Grenard as well.
Vic Van Gool.
We got Vic Van Gool, yeah. So, like offense maybe, stutters a little bit in the beginning. The defense will carry us for a time. Something just dawned on me, Rich. We're both, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, not the oldest Eagle fans, but we've been around a minute. We don't have any weapons. Is everybody saying that born in like 2010?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because, McNabb never had any true weapons.
McNabb had literally bums from the Wawa parking lot dragged us to 4 straight NFC championship games. And everyone's like, McNabb sucks. He was throwing to the guy begging for coins on the sidewalk.
Hey, don't you take Freddie Mitchell's name in vain. All right? He is a legend.
Hand to God. Todd Pinkston in Madden 2003 was a freaking monster. Nobody can convince me otherwise.
Pinkston.
I was fully convinced. I remember telling my older cousins, Todd Pinkston is the guy. Because, man, slot pivot and deep attack in Madden 2003 was basically a cheat code.
All right.
Todd Pinkston, 37 receiving touchdowns.
37 touchdowns.
37 touchdowns.
Dear God.
No, in real life it was way different. Yeah, so I don't know no weapons. Like, we lived through Eagles football with literally negative weapons.
Yeah.
So that's my piece.
Yeah.
AJ Brown.
It's the recent fans. You're right.
Yeah. We loved AJ Brown, but it's time.
Yeah. All right. On that note, we got to leave the sports realm and we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We still have the entertainment entree. We're going to talk about state of play. Big news in the entertainment entree and then the non-fortune cookie odd news, all when we come back. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We'll be right back.
Coffee? Check. Trivia? Check. Shenanigans? Like you wouldn't believe. The 24-hour game show marathon sees game show fanatics recreate 24 of their favorite game shows to raise $10,000 for Child's Play.
Child's Play delivers therapeutic games and technology directly to pediatric hospitals to improve patients' lives through the power of play.
Tune in live on Saturday, June 6th, starting at noon, and donate now at GameShowMarathon.com.
Oh, yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast. All right, all the sports. Man, it was a crazy Monday.
A lot happened.
It was like that June 1st hit and just like, boom. It was like...
That's the deadline. That's when all the cap savings happens, right?
Yeah. Such an arbitrary date, June 1st.
So weird. So random.
Why wouldn't they make it like the end of like the draft or something? I don't know. It seems like it should have been a different date. Maybe like May 1st? I don't know.
It's however they do their financial calendar.
Or it's however Roger Goodell wants to establish a non-plane season.
I think that's the real answer.
Yeah. He just wants to have...
Everything is perfectly spaced.
He wants to just have these perfect little bloops, happen.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget about us. Don't forget about us. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It's like free agency opens, then it's like combine, then draft, then June 1st, and now we're going to be in training camp or mini camp soon, right? And then August is preseason, and then boom, back to football, just like that. Blink of the eye.
And then you're happy.
And then I'm happy we're back to the promised land, baby. Let's go.
Mike, come on, stay with me. We got 2 more golf majors
left.
left.
God, I don't know if I can make it.
And we still have the damn NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup playoffs that haven't ended yet.
You pointed out to me that both of those are running like 2 months now. This is why they're stupid sports. I can't get behind any sport that has a playoff for 2 straight months. How do you keep track of it?
No. The thing that's really ridiculous is the fact that the Knicks. I know we're still talking sports. I'm sorry. The Knicks swept in the Eastern Conference, and then the Western Conference Finals went to a full 7 games. So like the Knicks have had like a week and a half off.
They're gonna be rusty. They're gonna get cooled off. They're gonna lose their momentum.
I don't know. Come on, make the schedule a little bit more compact. Help us out.
Tighten
here.
it up. Why not 5-game series until they get to the finals?
No, then they lose revenue.
You're gonna lose that much revenue on 2 games that may or may not even happen.
Yes, the answer is yes. We sell this. This is money, Mike. And speaking of money, that's a good transition into the entertainment entree.
This is the entertainment entree, featuring news in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
What is that? I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
Do a barrel roll. To barrel roll, press C or R twice.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty?
Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap at the world.
It's time for the entertainment entree.
All right. For us, this is kind of relatively breaking news recently because we had to watch it just before we started recording. So probably, for you guys may not be quote-unquote breaking news, but for us it is. It is the PlayStation State of Play announcements. We're diving right in. The whole entertainment entree devoted to this. Mike, where do you want to start?
Oh, man. Well, we
Lots of big news.
Yeah, we can't cover absolutely every single game because there were so many of them. Just a few of the quick ones that I noted that I thought were pretty interesting. We had a Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis trailer. This is a remake of the original game. So, no more pyramid boobs for Lara Croft. The regular, normal boobs on Lara Croft. I know. It's a shame.
What? I love those triangle boobs.
That was always the most crazy design choice. They're just like freaking pinpoints. But no, this.
What else do women have? Those nice
pyramids.
Wonderful pyramids.
So angular, beautiful.
Directs the sun. It's perfect. I
can use it as a sundial.
I time my day to those wonderful perky boobs.
But it's all more normal looking now. Normal in quotes because it's so Lara Croft is like Barbie-esque. But no, it's a remake of the original game, which I think the original game was highly revered. If you've ever played the original game, those controls were something else, man. Have you ever played the original Tomb Raider? Have you played any of the Tomb Raiders?
I played the one that came out on PlayStation 3.
One of the newer ones?
Yeah.
Those were pretty good.
Yeah.
The originals were not that. You had to sidestep to jump. There was a specific sidestep button. It was crazy. So I'm excited for updated controls, updated gameplay mechanics. We'll see how that goes. Another interesting little tidbit here, The Lost Wild, a first-person dinosaur survival horror game.
You stupid fucking dinosaur! Get the out of here!
Oh, no. Nicki Minaj isn't going to like this.
It's the first time I agree with Nicki.
Oh,
it's the first time I listen, it's gonna be scary. You're going to be hunted by dinosaurs. I'm going to be saying.
That dinosaur been working my motherfucking nerves all night.
That's what I'm going to be saying.
All night.
That's what I'm going to be saying. It looks really cool, though. The dinosaur designs are really cool. watching the trailer, I can feel how tense that would be, like being hunted by those creatures. So
You stupid fucking dinosaur! Get the out of here!
I don't even know why I bring up dinosaurs. It's always the Nicki Minaj clip with this guy over here.
She really hates dinosaurs.
She really hates dinosaurs.
She really doesn't.
So she's not going to play that game at all.
You and Nicki Minaj are completely different ends of the dinosaur
Complete
spectrum.
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Just in case you need to be aware of that. We can literally set up a spectrum. You're on
between
the one side.
Me and Nicki Minaj.
And Nicki Minaj on the complete
what's that board game? Wavelengths?
Yeah, wavelengths.
On a wavelength between my love of dinosaurs and Nicki Minaj's love of dinosaurs.
Right. If we have
where does Velociraptor fall?
Yep.
Oh
if
my
we have
God.
to make a wavelength for you and dinosaurs, you're on the one side, Nicki Minaj on the other side. Perfect.
That's a
That dinosaur been working my nerves all night.
That's a pretty good wavelength right there. But I think we're both on the same wavelength with this one. Control Resonant officially getting a release date.
Finally!
September 24th.
I have been worried. I was like, when are they going to announce a release date? Because they said it's coming out 2026.
You know what, though? I still am a little worried because there hasn't been, like, a true, like, extended gameplay demo trailer. I don't know. Like, does that worry you at all?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. I really like what I'm seeing coming from the footage here and some other footage that Remedy has shown on their YouTube channel.
I feel like for you, Remedy is one of those, like, blind faith developers. Like, you're just like, whatever they put out, they haven't steered you wrong so far.
In terms of a single player story, yes.
Yeah.
I won't count Firebreak because that was a multiplayer game.
Yeah, no, that was a mistake.
I don't deal in just multiplayer.
That almost felt like a side tangent. They were just like, let's just try something new.
Yeah, that doesn't count because I don't do multiplayer only. No,
Right.
But in terms of single player stories, Remedy has my vote. I'm good.
So yeah, I'm definitely excited for Control Resonant. It's going to be a really packed September with Control Resonant. Another game that was announced.
Well, wait. Can I just get into Control a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Because I love this universe.
Yeah, go for it.
This is if there's any sort of spiritual successor to Twin Peaks and David Lynch, it's Remedy. Like I'm really.
It does have that vibe.
I wish that there could have been some sort of, David Lynch meetup or something, but unfortunately, it's, the universes just never collided. But going by this new trailer that they released at the State of Play, I am all for it now. I'm. It has just the right amount of references to the first Control.
Yeah.
And should I get into spoiler territory? I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's an older game. You can play you can play the spoiler.
Slight
alert.
spoiler here.
It's a spoiler. Ooh, it's a spoiler. Don't listen. Go away.
The perfect tease at the end of their video was the show Dr. Darling, because that establishes that the universes between Control and Alan Wake really are connected, and I expect to see a couple of Control 1 and Alan Wake references, and that pleases my heart.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see them draw these two universes closer together. Not two universes, it's the same universe, but draw these two stories closer together. I mean, we had pretty explicit connections in Alan Wake 2. Right, so I'm really excited to see them further that, and yeah, I hope that Control Resonant is successful because I really love what Remedy is doing, and these story-driven first single player games, but like trying to create this whole like shared universe. It's just
it's ambitious.
It's ambitious, and it's their previous games have been a lot of fun, so it's good story, fun gameplay, and ambitious goals. Like it's a perfect storm, right?
I'm all ready for it. I'm ready. I was a little bit nervous that it took this long to get a release date out, though. I was like, oh my gosh.
I still want to see a more like in-depth gameplay trailer / demo kind of situation, because I'm a little leery on
melee.
The melee combat. Yeah, like I was so addicted to the combat of Control. It was just so, like, for whatever it was, it, like, hit all the right buttons for me in terms of, like, the fluidity, the pace of it, the creativity, and all the different abilities and guns and things you could do. Alan Wake 2 was a completely different genre, so, like, that was a different type of gameplay, but this is, like, I don't know how to frame this gameplay. I want to make sure there's enough, like, ability use in Control Resonant, but I feel like the story will carry me through it.
Yeah.
Regardless. You know, I've played games with lackluster gameplay just for the story. So
I think we'll be safe.
I'm more on the positive side than worried side.
Yeah.
Another game that I was really excited to see, and this was a complete shock, Until Dawn 2.
Yeah.
Coming in 2027. I had no idea that this was even in the cards. I hadn't heard any rumors.
Didn't they just do Directive 8020?
Yes, but it's a different developer.
Oh, different developer. All right,
yeah, so that's what's curious to me. So Until Dawn and the, what is it called? The Dark Picture Anthology.
Yeah.
That's all, I think it's Supermassive Games. This is done by Fire Sprite, so different developer. So I don't know how that works out. I don't know how that traded hands. But the premise of the game is a ghost hunting crew who always fake their biggest videos travel to an island to shoot their first television series that they've been signed up for, but they come face to face with real terrors for the first time. I mean, I just love anything Until Dawn. That first game,
I love those choose your own adventure style, decisions matter stories.
Yep. Until Dawn and The Quarry.
Quarry was great, yeah.
Both fantastic. I didn't play the Dark Picture anthologies because they were like smaller, bite-sized things. I'm more interested in like the bigger experiences from that developer. So I'm excited for Until Dawn 2. My thing though is if you're going to do like a proper sequel like Until Dawn 2, this isn't Dark Pictures this isn't like some other named entity, it's like a pure sequel. Like what does that mean in terms of this universe? Because it doesn't seem like it's a game that can have a sequel, right? And you brought up the point that like you hope there's some aspect of the Until Dawn nature of it.
Yeah, my worry was when I saw the trailer was I don't know how it's going to have like an Until Dawn reference. You know, like
gimmick to the narrative.
Like the gimmick in the first game was the characters have to survive until dawn,
right?
In order for the rescue to come save them.
It's probably going to be the same thing, right?
I guess, but I don't know.
Like, we called the Coast Guard. They can't get to the island. There's a storm off the coast. It'll break up by dawn.
I don't know.
No, not buying it.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lazy.
You don't want a sequel in name only.
Right.
You want it to be, and I think that's what I'm getting at too. Like if you're going to have a numbered sequel, like that means something.
Right. So
you can't just throw around.
There needs to be some sort of mechanic, I don't know, with Dawn or something. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I don't know where it's going to come from in this game.
So we'll see. And it's tough to judge because different developer. So it's, we don't know how that's going to go. But the two big reveals. First up, another game that's making September incredibly crowded for me, and I'm really annoyed about this. The Wolverine gameplay demo and release date also coming up September this year. I'm telling you, Insomniac Games is one of my favorite developers between Ratchet and Clank. Oh my God, I can't remember the other one that they did. Spider-Man, duh, my favorite hero, and now Wolverine. They're becoming like the Marvel developer in a way. But man, this gameplay demo was insane. Some people had worried that like, oh, can they do like a purely M-rated Marvel thing? Is Marvel going to allow that much blood and gore? Does Sony want that much blood and gore? Go watch the gameplay demo. It was almost like comical, the amount of blood and violence. I mean, just like geysers of blood. Wolverine was basically colored red at certain points in the gameplay demo.
Looking like Hulk Hogan,
looking
yellow
like Hulk
and
Hogan.
red.
Yeah. It's not that I'm like glorifying the violence, but what I'm saying is that like there was a population of gamers that didn't think that Insomniac and Marvel and Sony would go for it, but they did. So Wolverine in his full bloody, gory brilliance. There's some other interesting little mechanics. I noticed that like health was regenerating consistently, playing up the fact that Wolverine has like natural regeneration. So it'll be interesting to see how that works in gameplay. There was even a part where he was like downed and like dead, but like regenerated. So is that their way of like getting around like a game over screen? I don't know. So I'm just interested to see how that'll work out. And they also introduced some extra characters. Jean Grey makes an appearance. They show off some combo attacks with her. Mystique, Sabretooth, they all make appearances in the trailer. And it just looks really, really good. It looks like it has that fast, fluid, seamless combat from Spider-Man. It has incredible visuals, and it just looks so incredibly polished. And I think it's going to be another smash hit for Insomniac Games. Everything that I've seen just looks phenomenal. So that's another one making September very busy. But enough beating around the bush. The big reveal at the very end of the State of Play. All the rumors were true. The next God of War was officially revealed. Not just a little puny trailer, a full 20 minutes of gameplay. Rich.
With the conclusion that the name is going to be God of War
Laufey.
I don't know. They got to work on getting that name out there.
Do you not like the title?
I don't like the title.
No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little rough to try and get it the right pronunciation going.
They could have done like Fate of Fae. I don't.
Perfect. I would have liked that better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like they could have just God of War Fae. Fae's journey. Fae this, Fae that. Like
no, Fae's fate is pretty good. I would dig that.
So Laufey is, oh my god, the actual Norse mythology name of Fae, the mother of Loki. But name aside, I was so surprised getting not only a God of War reveal, not just a trailer, but a 20-minute gameplay demo. That was insane. So as the name suggests, Fae is the main character, which is a huge departure. First time ever in the God of War series that you're playing as somebody not Kratos, right?
Yeah, with Kratos references.
With Kratos references, yeah. So I haven't seen the online discourse, but I feel like there's going to be some people who are upset at that. And to that I say, get over it. Don't buy it or do. I don't care. I'm excited to see Faye as a main character. I loved the look of the gameplay. It was fast. It was ferocious. The developers say that they drew inspiration from the Greek trilogy. And I could see that coming through in the gameplay demo. There's a lot of aerial combos, aerial combat, harkening back to like in the original God of War where you would like pop an enemy up to the air and just like, spin around and do all those crazy air combat moves. What did you think of that kind of blend between the Norse and the Greek gameplay mechanics?
Yeah, the fighting style looks pretty cool. I'm interested to dive more into that.
Sword-based gameplay instead of like the blades or the axe. So it'll be a little unique from that perspective.
Yeah, I don't know if we got it explained or anything, but I love there was like an animation where like she hit somebody with the sword and it was so powerful that the guy's soul left his body.
I'm glad you asked.
That was pretty cool.
Because I quickly read on the PlayStation blog more about the game, and that is one of Faye's abilities in the mythology. She has like soul abilities, and in this other world, they are amplified, so she can physically punch for lack of a better term, punch a soul out of an enemy's body and then fight the soul directly, throw it into other enemies, and then the blog says, or do other things. I don't know what other things are, but to me this implies like more of a focus on magic and abilities than the Norse games have had so far, which I think is something that I didn't realize was a very Greek trilogy influence. Like the Greek trilogy had more abilities, right? Like there was more magic. The Norse didn't really have that. They had like...
It was more grounded, yeah.
It was more grounded, more like heavy, slow combat. This was the old Greek God of War games through and through. Fast, ranged combat, aerial combat, ability-based combat. So I'm really excited to get back to that. The thing that I'm most excited for, though, is the setting and the story. We got to talk about this. It is set in the quote-unquote Everywhen, otherwise known as the afterlife of the gods. In this afterlife of the gods, we have multiple different mythologies here. The main antagonists are Sekhmet of Egyptian origin and Begsti of Mongolian origin.
Both of them are their respective God of Wars in their cultures.
So immediately, your mind has to go to potentially other gods that may have been sent to the afterlife by certain titular characters.
Yes.
From the series past. Should we expect some familiar faces here?
I would hope so, because that seems like a really big...
if you don't, it would be the elephant in the room, right?
That's a really big breadcrumb to leave out there in the middle of the table and not use it.
Breadcrumb? It's a whole loaf.
It's a whole loaf. Yes, thank you.
The game is called God of War. The entire first trilogy was about killing other gods.
Right, so this needs to be a thing.
If Ares does not show up as a boss, or maybe not a boss, as kind of like I don't know, maybe even a mentor type character. Like they could do anything. They could do anything. What if you run into Baldur? What if you run
Baldur,
into,
it's another one you killed, yeah.
Like, there's so many possibilities. So, two things. I'm really excited for this, but I also wonder if the developers don't do that because they don't want to detract too much from Faye. What do you think?
No, I think you have to give some sort of nod to the Kratos story, yeah.
You have to, right? It has the God of War title.
Right.
You have to do the God of War thing.
Yeah. No, I think that would be a disservice if you dangle that and you don't use it.
I would be extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
If you go through the entire Afterlife of the Gods and don't run into an original trilogy deity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Poseidon, Ares, Athena, like Zeus. How do you not run into these characters?
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about just the idea of multiple mythologies. Like, I can see how they can...
Well, this is how you springboard into the future.
Exactly. That's right. That's exactly how my thinking is. Faye goes through this afterlife of the gods. Maybe she gets out. It's happened before in the series. How many times has Kratos fought out of the afterlife?
They never explained how he got back to the Norse mythology.
Exactly. So here's my thinking. He may have fought his way out of the afterlife, found himself in the Norse pantheon. Maybe Faye fights her way out. She finds herself in South America or East Asia somewhere. Meanwhile, in the other timeline, remember, Atreus is at the end of Ragnarok going on his little journey to go find the rest of the giants and explore potentially other mythologies. There you go. He goes and he finds spoiler. He goes and he finds Faye,
Yeah. You should have let me play the spoiler clip.
I know, sorry.
Boo.
But oops. What do you think? Like, that's a really...
There's so many avenues they could go down. It's crazy.
There's so many possibilities.
They could do that. I was thinking that at some point you could do like a team up where, maybe like you get Team Kratos versus Team Gods of War or something. That could be like the eventual end of the arc.
I mean, you have to imagine all these gods being killed and sent to this afterlife. They all get together like, hey,
wait a minute.
Did Kratos? Yeah. You too? You ran into Kratos as well? You have to imagine these guys are kind of pissed.
Right. That son of a bitch.
He's just murdering all these deities.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other cool avenue. Like, Faye knows Kratos, from the Norse mythology. I'm sure Kratos shared his past with her when they were together. But, like, how much can you share of yourself? Kratos at the time, probably not the most honest about it, right? Where we meet him in God of War 2018 wasn't exactly open and honest, right?
Right.
So here, Faye goes to the afterlife, and she's like, oh, he, like, literally exploded Poseidon's head.
Yeah, remember that?
And murdered all of these people.
Yeah.
I feel
not
like...
a big deal, right?
I feel like part of the intrigue for me is potentially being forced to confront what Kratos did from a different perspective. And I think that's always such a really interesting thing to do, like, view it through Faye's eyes, like, oh, wow, my husband was kind of a dick and murdered a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I think that's, like, there's so many cool avenues to go down. I am so pumped for this game. It's not something that I thought or knew that I wanted, but after seeing the gameplay demo, I'm like, this is something I absolutely needed. I don't know how they managed to do that. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, and I'm very excited that the gelatinous cube Frank is voiced by Jack Quaid.
I forgot about the gelatinous cube
That
and
is
the
awesome.
talking sword.
That is awesome.
It's just like, I don't know why.
Perfect casting right there.
And the comedic relief of just like fighting this like crazy monster, and then there's just this Jello cube bouncing around in the background. Like, it's great. It's perfect.
All right, we got to leave it at that and get to our third and final section of the show. It is time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Snack time!
Oh no, what have you done?
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
You've opened up the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Holy shnikes.
Manda basata. I don't make this stuff up.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! That'll be $4, baby! You want fries with that?
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Oh, it's Hoagie Fest. Let me pull over this asteroid. What?
This is the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down now!
What does Rich have in store for us?
So, sit back. Get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure to empty the bladders and go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo! Odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Rich, where are we heading to?
All right, yep. We need to go back home.
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
Like a well-worn glove that just fits. I don't know.
Sure.
The Crispy Noodle Podcast and Florida Odd News. Name a better duo.
Yep. All right. I forgot I picked this story.
Okay.
Here we go. We're gonna follow the case here of this is 29-year-old Ariana Moss.
Okay.
And according to cops, she decided that at a regular, normal work day at a recreation complex in Largo, Florida, she decided that she was going to steal her co-worker's Stanley cup because she decided that she suddenly need a place to store her breast milk.
Something just came over me and I took my clothes off.
Oh, good for you!
Oh, man. There's so... Oh, man. Like, I get it. You gotta pump, right? That's the thing that women do. But, like, hopefully you would have the correct storage devices and not... Oh, man. So...
Oh,
that's just wrong.
Yep. Moss was arrested for swiping a 40-ounce insulated tumbler owned by a female coworker at the place where they work at this recreational complex in Largo, Florida. The item is valued around $60. According to an audio of the camera that was on site, you can hear her say, quote, "This cup would be great to hold my breast milk."
It's like, oh, wow, this is perfect. Go buy your own then.
At no point in this did you realize, I wonder who it belongs to.
So wait, help me understand this. Was this mug?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Was this mug just like in a break room, like just sitting around, like in a cabinet? Did she take it off this person's desk? Like, how did she acquire?
It was in the break room.
Okay.
But like
it was just sitting out. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but like, right? It's just so like before you take something and assume it's yours, wouldn't you be like, hey, does this belong to anybody before I use it for my breast milk?
Yeah, that's such a
before
weird...
I put my titty on it. Like what?
That's such a weird like leap in logic to make.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I found this cup. I guess this is mine now.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
What is like playground logic, finders keepers? Like,
yes,
that's not how real life works.
You left it behind.
You can't just. What does she like? Walk into a department store and be like, "Oh, I found this. It's mine." Like that logic doesn't work. But also, here's the other thing.
Oh, here you go. By the way, the surveillance camera shows that the stolen Stanley cup was on the counter next to a lunchbox.
Clearly, somebody else's.
Yeah. What are you doing?
It's not the community Stanley and lunchbox. It's not like, oh, here's the communal lunchbox and Stanley.
What
Everybody
are you doing? You just assume it's yours.
So here's my concern. Here's my concern. That really shows the lack of critical thinking here. So the Stanley was next to the lunchbox. I'm going to take a leap and I think that was already in use. Like, I think somebody had been drinking out of the Stanley, which means if she pumps into this, like, is that not gross? You don't want to be giving
when you squirt into it. Did it make like a little like reverberating sound? Like there's other liquid in there.
Other liquid, like somebody was drinking their coffee or something. And now what? You're going to give your baby some kind of coworker's spit breast milk coffee concoction? That seems very unsanitary.
Drink up, Sonny.
Drink up, Sonny.
Mommy got you some free coffee.
Gross. But like, don't babies' things have to be like highly sanitized? Like they're little things with no immune system. Like you can't just be
Florida. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe they don't in Florida.
I don't know.
I can't believe she didn't like think like, hey, that could be somebody else's. It's next to a lunchbox in the break room.
Also, I don't think that that's the appropriate storage vessel for breast milk. Like, I think it has to be, like, I feel like you can't just, like, have it in, like, just, like, any old receptacle. Don't you have to put it in, like, special little bags and keep it, like, below a certain temperature? And I feel like there's a whole bunch of, like, storage things for it, right?
I'm sure there's
you can't just squirt it into a water bottle or a freaking tumbler, like...
Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of proper procedure. Yeah,
you just squirt it into a mug and like, here you go.
Water bottle. Give me that. Yeah,
yeah, just a regular water bottle.
There you go. Give me that. I need that.
16 ounces of breast milk. Like, you can't do that.
My boobies are full. I need to get them out. Help. Give me that water bottle. Like, that's not how this works.
Oh man. I feel... So on the one hand, I feel bad. Like, it is a thing that women need to do. Like, they need to pump, right? Like, they need to do it. But, like, if you know you need to do it, shouldn't you have the things to do it?
Yeah, do it the proper way, not just randomly grabbing somebody else's.
Did she just go to work and be like, I'll figure it out? I'll figure it out when I get there. I'm not going to bring my pumping stuff. I'll figure it out later.
Yeah,
just grab a mug from the kitchen. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
Don't you have like a time? Like, I don't know. Is there like a timing schedule? Like, is there like a certain amount of time that passes? Or
I have no idea.
Or do you like feel it in your boob? Like,
I just assume there's like a special thing that you have. There's a special contraption.
Of course, there's nothing but guys here. Sorry,
no,
we don't have any. We don't have any women.
Any women listening to this, they're gonna think that we're just outright. I mean, we are idiots.
We are.
But like, even more so. I know certain things. I know that one, it should be clean, and the Stanley was not.
No.
Two, I know that there's special apparatus for it, and this was not it. And that's all I know. That's actually all I know. But it was not those two things.
I also just want to know, like, how exactly did she do it? Like, was it just like
I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Was it that kind of situation?
Did she just do like a pinch into the Stanley, or did she put like the entire boob into the Stanley and then like was able to go for it?
I think
like,
it's more like a milking thing into it, because you can't just. I don't think you just put the thing. You don't just boop and
there's not a Stanley suction cup.
No, I think you have to. I don't know. I've never.
Hey,
I don't know.
Maybe she's got an idea for Stanley, the new Stanley suction cup.
When you're done with your hot beverage, just pump your breast milk straight into the empty container.
Right. 2 uses for 1 cup. 2 uses, 1 cup.
Rich, no. No. Bad Rich. Bad Rich.
This cannot be made good. It's shameful. It's a shameful, shameful day.
There you go, Stanley. I got your slogan.
Oh,
2
Lord.
uses, 1 cup.
No. That was an era of internet I thought we had left behind.
No. No. It's online. It's online forever.
Oh, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
2 uses, 1 cup. No. No.
All right. So here's what.
So yeah, what actually happened in the case?
Yeah. Here's what Smarty Pants Ariana Moss got. Smarty Tits. I don't know what you want to call
Smarty Tits.
her. So she quit her job. So there you go. Number one.
She's like, all right, I'm done.
I can't even show my face.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
Because you run into that coworker and they'll be like, hey,
sorry about that.
can I have my Stanley back?
You keep the Stanley.
You keep it, right.
You need it more than I do.
Just buy me a new one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So she didn't have to do that. She quit the next day.
Just quit.
So
just took the Stanley and left.
I guess.
Did she take it?
I guess she just swiped the Stanley. I mean.
Took the Stanley, hit send on the 2 weeks notice, gone.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So she quit the next day. Then the cops got her. She did a plea deal with the prosecutors. She will have to take a shoplifting awareness course.
Is that shoplifting?
I mean, I guess it's theft. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like a vague
I feel like
interpretation
it's
of that word.
Yeah, it's like a gray area kind of situation.
But basically, because of that, Moss will have to pay any fines and court costs related to this incident. She will have to also take her first step into some sort of rehab facility. And she has been barred from having any contact with anyone working at the rec center.
Wait, rehab for what?
I guess maybe for theft. You know, maybe they think she's a klepto. So,
maybe.
To be fair, there is some sort of leap in her logic because she went from and somebody else's had to be somebody like you don't just walk in your room and just see a cop and you're like, oh, I guess it's up for grabs. No,
I guess that's mine. Finders keepers.
Yeah, like no, there is some sort of leap in logic where she did not realize that somebody else's cup.
And you know what? It's particularly egregious because you describe the audio as her saying, oh, that would be good for my breast milk, right? So that means that she wasn't necessarily in the break room for that goal. She was just there. She's getting a bottle of water. She's making a cup of coffee. She looks over. She goes, hey, that's a good idea. So it's not like, oh, no, I need to pump and is desperately looking like, oh, what am I going to do? She just happened to stumble upon it and like, hey.
Oh, that works.
That's a good idea.
Sounds good.
Does that not make it crazier?
Yeah, this whole thing is the leap in logic to not think that that's not somebody else's.
I can almost excuse it if for some reason it's like a pumping emergency. Like, oh no, it's coming and I gotta have a vessel.
I'm leaking or something.
I get that. Or like she goes in there looking for something because she forgot her apparatus at home. But it sounds like, from what you've described, she was just in the break room, getting a cup of Joe, looks over like, I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like to me.
It must be up for grabs. I don't see a name on it.
Even though it's next to the lunchbox, which very clearly has a name on it. But also, maybe that other employee should learn.
Boy, after this incident, you're going to label everything from here on out.
Person's going to have it attached to their wrist with handcuffs. Yeah. If you want to take it, you got to drag me with you.
Handcuffs for everything.
Yeah.
Briefcase, cup,
just walking around. It's just like lugging these.
She's actually the next God of War character. She just shugs all of her things that are attached.
God of War Office Edition. Use the briefcase of power.
The Stanley Mug of Chaos.
It really is the Stanley Mug of Chaos, though. It explodes with breast milk. Just absolutely crazy.
Dear God.
Break rooms are not safe, though. So
apparently not.
The other person should probably not have left it unattended. It's a shame to say that, but like, stuff happens in break rooms. You have stuff in the fridge, cleaning crew comes in, they're like, trash. It's happened before, right? Worked at my previous job where I actually went into an office and had a break room. It happens. You can't trust them too much. You got to be cognizant of it at all times. I'm not trying to blame the person who left the lunchbox. Clearly, it was that person, Stanley.
Yeah.
It's clear as day to me. You see a cup, it's next to a lunchbox. It's not my lunchbox, ergo it must be someone else's. See how that works?
No. That's what her brain went. No.
She's like, I heard what you say, and I reject that reality.
Nope.
And substitute my own.
This is video game logic.
Right, exactly.
If I find it, it's mine.
I found a banana in the bathroom, and it gives me health.
Yes. Have you not played video games?
I found a Stanley in the break room, and that is where I shall store my inventory.
That's where I shall store my tit milk inventory. Thank you very much.
That's right.
That is a true story. Thank you, Florida. I don't know what the hell's happening down there.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Not even Floridians.
No. Dear God. They're fighting over Stanley Cups for breast milk
So,
storage.
did she give it back?
Do you want it back after that incident?
No, I'd rather have the money for a new one.
Yeah, I would hope something like that would be the case.
Wild. Anyway.
Doesn't even matter. She quit her job the next day.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone. So, enjoy that. What a story and what a way to end this episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on social media. But most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. We have two main ways to do that. First one is on our YouTube page. Search Crispy Noodle Podcast and hit that red subscribe button so that you get the podcast sent to your YouTube account every week. And you can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on TV, watch it on your tablet, watch it in the break room. Please don't use somebody else's materials, and enjoy the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Second main way is on Spotify. We put the video podcast up on Spotify, but you can also put Spotify on in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast. And then, using Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you can take us on the go with you in your car's speaker. So you can enjoy the craziness of the Crispy Noodle Podcast out on the road if you're commuting to work.
That's right. So many ways to get in touch with and check out the Crispy Noodle Podcast. But if you need to get in touch with us individually to share your sports, entertainment, or odd news stories, you can find us on Blue Sky. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on Blue Sky. Let us know what's happening. Most importantly, again, this weekend, we are doing the 24-hour game show marathon. Go to gameshowmarathon.com to watch the stream starting at noon on Saturday and donate. Make sure you donate. That is what we are doing it for, all to raise money for Child's Play, giving money and games and toys to kids that are in hospitals across the country. So make sure you donate this weekend, Saturday at noon to noon on Sunday. 24 game shows, 24 hours. Enjoy the fun. But for right now, we got to wrap it up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. That'll do it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys
later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.